the Springboard Hangout with Comfort Ocran. The Springboard Hangouts, as you know, is your fun educative program where we have fun and talk about issues that concern us in life. The Springboard Hangouts is an initiative of the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Ghana Grows program. Basically, we're telling you on the Hangout that it is so good when you have the ability to create things with your hands. Why? Because today in the studio, he is the founder and CEO of Gold Coast Tokota. They manufacture slippers. As you can see with my foot, I have this lovely Ahenema that they created at Gold Coast Tokota. Now, if you were in my shoes and you have access to all the shoes in the world from Gold Coast Tokota, which one will you buy? Today, we are going to see what led to that dream and what the dream has created and what the dream is looking forward at in the future. We'll go for a quick break, but don't go anywhere because what Samuel will share with you will simply blow your mind. We'll be right back.
2 years ago, the Enterprise Spotlight was conceived by the Enterprise Group as a commemorative challenge to thank the nation and the world at large for 100 years of the group.
I don't think I am the best person to actually give them the loan.
Really?
Currently.
After all the help we gave you money?
I'm sure they would understand.
I was like, oh no. No.
You can't intimidate. He cannot intimidate you. Ladies and the gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The ultimate prize. 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Comfort Ocran. Indeed, it is an initiative of the Springboard Roadshow Foundation with the Ghana Grows program. And Ghana Grows is a program that was initiated by the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Now, you know that with the Ghana Grows program, we're looking at showcasing opportunities in the extended value chain for agriculture, agribusiness, and the extended value chain. Very importantly, we're looking at TV skills. And as we went along, we came across this amazing brand, Gold Coast Tokota. And today we are joined by Samuel, who founded Gold Coast Tokota. Samuel, you are most welcome to the Springboard Hangout.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for having me.
Beautiful. Samuel, so some time ago, you reached out, DM'd me, and said, well, Comfort, you should have a look at this particular brand.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Just because we are changing the narrative about manufacturing in Africa, not just in Ghana. So the name of my brand is Gold Coast Tokota. And what we do is we help people from the diaspora reconnect with their heritage through footwear. So basically, I'm a shoemaker.
You are a shoemaker.
Yes.
What was the beginning of shoemaker, Sam?
Okay, so me taking you back. I started Gold Coast Tokota by observing 3 things. The first one was actually waste. Second one was untapped opportunities. The last one was actually lack of empowerment. Waste in the sense that I partly grew up in Labadi, coastal suburb of Accra, where fishing is more than a livelihood. It's a tradition passed down through generations. But as a kid, I witnessed something heartbreaking. I saw that if the fishermen are to go to shore, they come home with more plastics than fishes. That was actually the first one. The second one was, before going to university, someone gave me handcrafted footwear. And there's actually something about level 100 students. We are everyday hyper. So I'm just like, oh, this particular footwear, I'll use it for a special event in my school. So one of my mentors was booked for an event in my school. And I was like, Charlie, this one, I'm taking this particular footwear. On the day of the event, I got to know the footwear wasn't in good shape.
Oh.
Yes. So I was just like, oh, by the way, I was in Katanga. So I was just like, oh, shall I make a pass corners and see if, let's say, I can just repair this and take it to the event. By the time that I was done, they were done with the event.
No way.
Yes. So the photo couldn't carry me from where I am to where the opportunities are, as in seeing my mentor. And the last one, the lack of empowerment is actually about when we were kids in school and we're asked why I want to become in future. No one said they wanted to become a shoemaker. For some weird reasons. Why? Because there were no structures, there were no systems, and it wasn't that lucrative enough. Because if even you have to say, oh, Charlie, I want to become a shoemaker, Charlie, you are one. I'm taking to one of the best universities, so you are one. Yes. So that was actually what propelled me to actually start Gold Coast Tokota. So as it stands now, Gold Coast Tokota as a brand, we sit at the intersection of three things: sustainability, creativity, and also craftsmanship. Sustainability in the sense that this particular footwear, we are prototyping on it. And this is actually made from sachet rubber. The sachet rubber, the one that we drink.
The sachet rubber, yes. Right. Let me see.
Yes.
So how did you make it?
So there's actually a whole craftsmanship around it.
Okay.
So now we are using the ocean-bound waste, such as plastics, water containers, jeans, and car ties to actually make the shoes. That's the sustainability aspect of it.
This is beautiful. So you use the old rubber to do this one?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. I hope you have a good shot of it and you can see how he's being very creative with the thing that he's doing in Gold Coast Tokota. Well done, well done.
Thank you.
I like it.
And the second one is actually craftsmanship. So craftsmanship is actually what we have and modernizing what we have. So in the olden time, this is actually what we had. So we've modernized it to what you are wearing now.
Oh, okay. Yes. So that's where you have brought a little bit of innovation to the...
Because we are using modern materials, we are using modern techniques.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. What started that journey into shoemaking?
Okay, I think just because I stayed with my dad.
Okay.
I'm the first son of my dad, and he was a carpenter.
Okay.
So I quite remember growing up, if you had to do something about Pretech, I'll just come to my dad's workshop and practice. So I had a fair view of how to play with leathers. By this moment, I was just like, let me just be different from my dad. So I swayed away from carpentry to shoemaking.
Right.
So I'm still using leathers to actually produce everything I'm doing now.
Okay. So you've started your business. How long ago did you start your business?
So we started in 2023. So basically we are 3.5, 3.4 years old.
Right. Okay. So you started a business.
Okay.
How did you break into the market?
Okay. So a little background story will be, I started learning something about shoemaking by chance. I thought I was in Katanga. We are wild. We've been doing all day.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Have you come to meet those in Commonwealth Hall?
Yes, we are brothers.
Okay.
We've always been brothers.
Okay.
So I can remember way back in K University, during my day off, so days that I don't have lectures, I ran to Asafo to go and learn a thing or two about shoemaking. So right after graduating from school, it dawned on me to actually start something for myself. And I was just like, let me just start a shoemaking brand. We did a lot of research because now it's not about Ponaton, Makoto, Maton. No, it's about you doing a lot of research about what you really want to do, even to the extent of even traveling outside Ghana to understand how people are going to perceive our brand if you have to start. So if you have to look at the current Ahenema that we produce at Gold Coast Tokota, it's totally different from what we have in the market, just because of the research that we did.
Right.
Because now we are not just producing Ahenema, we are producing orthopedic Ahenema because there's comfort in it.
Hey, orthopedic Ahenema. So guys, I'm wearing an orthopedic Ahenema.
Just because there's actually a layer of foam in it so that it can cushion your feet and make you feel comfortable.
So you've been in production, and do you remember who bought your first footwear?
Yeah, it was my mom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did she pay for it, or you donated it to her?
No, she paid for. Because it goes to a time I told her that's actually what I want to do. And she was just like, let me just be vivid about this. So we had into one Canada, and came from University. So that they would just put you, I was just like, this is actually what I want to do. And I actually come from a family whereby my dad will every day tell you, whatever you want to do in this world, just give me the university degree. After it, you are free, you can do whatever you want. So she was the first person to buy for me. Yes. And she was just like, she's sowing a seed in my business.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So, because sometimes when people try to do businesses that are not regular, that are out of the norm, as you say, in shoemaking, they may not get as much support from family
Yes, it's true.
as they should if they were maybe going to become lawyers or doctors or something like that. So appreciation to mom for seeing the future and actually sowing into the beginnings of Gold Coast Tokota. So tell me, so you have started your business. Where did you start it, and are you still where you started it from, or by the grace of God you've expanded?
I started with a loan of 2,000 Ghana cedis, and I remember I took that money and I went to Kumasi, because supposing if let's say you want shoemaking materials in Ghana, it's Kumasi, not Accra.
It's Kumasi, yeah.
Yes. So I bought a filing machine and I bought last. Last is actually, they're actually plastics. That's actually what we use for the molding of the slippers and also the shoes.
Okay.
Yes. So I bought these two and I came back to Accra and I started. And one funny story, I didn't have a sewing machine because shoemaking is actually a lot of things. You combining a lot of things like sewing, like cutting. I didn't have a sewing machine at that time. So I did a little background check and I got to know the only place I can do it is in Kantamanto.
Right.
So I'll just do the cutting in the house. Then I'll take it to Kantamanto. So it can be like when you're coming from Kantamanto, someone will actually say a message like, "Oh, Charlie, that's me. I want some more." I'm like, "Oh, what did I really want? Small," so that I'll just take everything to Kantamanto and so them and bring them. So 4 months into business, it was good. I bought out my first sewing machine. So we started from somewhere. The whole ideology was start small but think global.
Exactly.
So we started small. We started in our garage. And now we are in a 6-bedroom space. That's actually where we do that. We have the business now. Same location. We started from the garage, but now we're in a 6-bedroom space.
In a 6-bedroom space. Wow. And tell me, how many people do you employ presently?
So currently I have 11 people. 11 people. We have production, we have sales, we have social media, we have a laser machine. Like someone who is very technical about it and can operate it. Yes. And myself, an accountant. We even have most of the people are actually part-time.
Okay.
It's just the production people and the sales people that are actually full-time. And even with the production people, by the grace of God, we are accommodating them.
Okay.
That's actually how the business has grown to.
You're accommodating where do they come from?
So some are from Ghana, some are also from Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have experts in your business asset now.
Asset now, yeah.
How does it feel when you think about the fact that, let's say, a mere 4 years ago, or when the COVID was ongoing, you did not have a business like this, but since then, you have not only thoughts about the idea, but the idea has been transformed into reality. And you've even gone beyond that. And you're now, others are being employed because of the idea you, Samuel, dreamt about.
It's a dream come true for me, though. Let me just say this. When I Should Speed was in town, I was called to deliver an Ahenema to him. So I made I Should Speed Ahenema.
Beautiful.
And that day, I don't know the kind of feeling. I can't express it. Let me just put it that way. Because I'm the last baby of 4 shoemakers in Ghana.
Well, maybe, who knows, after you, there'll be more shoemakers who would also start pursuing their dreams.
Very, very true. Because Wadimaya called and was just like, "Sam, I need something for I Should Speed. Can you deliver in the next 30 minutes?" I was just like, "Hey, Charlie, boss, I will do one." So I called in 25 minutes later to tell them that we are done and we are delivering it. We're like, okay, wow, solid.
No. Are you telling me that you did the thing from scratch? You did his slippers, Ahenema, from scratch?
Yes.
And then you went to deliver it.
And we delivered it. And the thing about his delivery was, Wadima didn't even know the size.
Wow.
Yes.
So how did you get to know his size?
So I went online, Googled some few things. I was just like, okay, I'm picking 2 sizes. I did them in 1 or 2. Just by the grace of God.
So guys, what I'm hearing here is that opportunities may come, right? And when the opportunity comes, do not say, oh, this is inconvenient. I haven't sat down to look at, how much it will take and that kind of stuff. Take advantage of those opportunities because you never know where it will take you. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You see, Samuel Apa happens to be the CEO and founder of Gold Coast Tokota. Now, I presume that if I should give this to you to wear, you would enjoy showing off your foot. In fact, you might even decide that you will go for some pedicure so that your feet would really appear well in this beautiful slipper. You have done this for some time, Samuel. In your dealings, was there a time that you felt like giving up?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Tell us.
So the last quarter of 2025, the first quarter of 2026, I just wanted to give up.
Why?
Just because the mathematics wasn't mathematics.
And
the 1 + 1 were the 1 + 1 was actually
-2.
-10.
Yes, I'm saying that's -2.
A lot. I was just going through a lot. Why? Just because of how I want my brand to be. It's just like you are a child and you want a lot of things. You want to do a lot of things at the same time. So it goes to a time I spoke to a therapist about it. I was just like, come on, just slow down.
Relax.
And even the people that I employed, as at that time, I have to just let some go.
Oh.
Unfortunately. But it was actually part of the healing process. Now we are bouncing back. Even as at that time, I destroyed a lot of relationships. A lot of beautiful relationships. Because I was just going through it. There were many times that I would just wear singlet and aboski just to work. I was going through it. I just wanted to give up. But someone was just like, you just hang in there. Everything's going to be fine. I think now I can actually see the changes. I can see the differences. Yeah.
And who would you say was by your side during that period?
So I would just say it would just be my workers.
Real workers?
Yeah. Because we're like brothers, especially the production people.
Right.
Most of them are older than me. So I normally express, I wouldn't say grievances, but some of my issues to them that, oh, Charlie, we are doing this, we are doing that. They'll be like, okay, boss, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. And we are good to go. Because I think some of the few things that has actually helped me in my business is I employ people who know more than me.
Okay.
That's actually the game changer for me.
It has been it is always a game changer.
Yes.
So that you are not the cleverest person in the
I'm not the smartest in my business.
No.
I'm not the smartest.
You are the one who just says that let's get it this way. Then they are the ones who bring their brains. It's a game changer everywhere, even here.
I did accounting in KUST, but I have a chartered accountant.
Yes.
So that means everything that he is doing, I understand, but he knows more than me.
Exactly.
I can use Canva to design something like some graphics, but I have a graphic designer. So anything that he used to do, oh, Charlie, why don't we change the gradients? Oh, this one, they look sharp, crowd. Like, oh, the color, Charlie, change the fonts. That's it. I'm a sales guy. I get vibes. I have sales people. So that means they should know more than me. Currently, assistants now, I can make shoes, I can make slippers, but my production people, they know more about the production more
than you do.
So what I'm doing is I take bits and pieces of everything that they are doing and I execute on it. So if they are to put up something, I normally do the quality control in my business.
Yeah.
So if they are to even send me a picture, even just on the phone, I can just see where the mistake is. Oh, Charlie, this thing, check them again. Just like they go, well, let's do it again. Let's do this. Let's do that. We are good to go. So the game changer has always been me employing people who know more than me. Because as it stands now, for my business, we are not just in Ghana. We are in different parts of Africa.
Right.
Yes.
How?
Okay, through partnership.
Okay.
Because I've always been saying this. If you have to look at the spectrum, there are different levels in the spectrum. If you want to win, you first start with products. So when I started, I told you I had to give vibes. I was every day telling people, I saw Ahenema way go Harvard.
Hey.
Yes, give vibe. I used to tell people, I saw Ahenema way get skincare routine. Yes, I get vibes. I'm a sales guy. Yes, so that's actually for level.
I'm sure. For what?
That's actually level 100 of entrepreneurship.
Yes,
So
please.
level 100, you talk about just the products.
Mm.
So, the features, sustainability, we are doing this, we are going green. I used to tell people, now, I know they chat like that again.
But how do you chat?
Now it's about distribution.
Right.
So apart from our flagship shop in Hacho, we have 10 satellite stations in Accra.
Wow.
If you want something from Gold Coast to Tokota, you don't have to come to Hacho. Just East Legon. We are in and around. There's actually a brand called Afro Quality.
Right.
We've stocked up some of our products there.
Right.
If I have to go to Laboni, you get some. If you Cantonment, Rage, Osu, we even have 2 shops in Osu.
Wow.
Yes.
So now that is level 200. Looking at your distribution
Yes.
capacity. Right.
We have 2 shops in Nairobi.
Right.
That's actually, now I want to say, wow. We have 2 shops in Nairobi. We have 1 shop in Joburg. We are in Dubai. We are in Miami. We have 2 shops in London.
Really?
Through partnerships. Yes. Because
How often do you supply them?
Quarterly.
Quarterly?
Yes.
Oh, how long does it take for your products to fly off the shelf?
So it takes just 1 month. But I think I've always told them that for that money, I don't really need it. So they should just accumulate it. By the end of the quarter, they will just send it to me. Then I'll just send a new batch of goods to them. And we are good to go. And we've been in business for 2 years.
You've been in business for 2
Yes.
years. That's beautiful. So you're not just based in Accra. You're not just based in, in fact, you're not just based in Hacho, but you have a one production space as well as
Stuff.
outlets.
Yeah.
But you have at least 10 outlets around Accra.
Yeah.
And then you have some outside. What I'm hearing is about 8 or so outside Ghana. So what about inside Ghana?
Inside Ghana. So inside Ghana now we are concentrating just in Accra.
Right.
We will spread our tentacles to Kumasi, Takoradi, and also Sunyani. But we are still doing our mathematics because as I said earlier, Gold Coast Tokota is always about research.
Yeah.
We just want to understand the margins.
Yeah.
We don't want a situation whereby we will take it to them and it will just be there. Because there are certain situations that we have to even reduce our price to even meet the purchasing power of the people in the locality.
Right.
So we are still researching about all these things before we take that bold step. So currently, we have outlets in Accra.
Right. How do you get your supply? This particular slipper, for instance, you talked about using what's it? Sachet rubbers. This one, I presume this one is leather from outside GH. And of course, did you buy this also in Kumasi, or maybe that one you imported?
I think I bought this in Nigeria.
Okay, right. So how do you get your supplies? This one, I presume, guys, you love this one. I think this is the one I'll be buying after our meeting because I love this one. And do you like it? Yeah, there you go. It's very rich, isn't it? Yeah. Where do you get your supplies from?
So some in Kumasi, some in Accra.
Is it regular? Can you guarantee the quality of your product every single time?
Yes, I can.
Because that's one of the things that I find in when I'm interviewing people, that sometimes they can't guarantee the quality of their supply. So sometimes the quality is good, sometimes the quality is not good. Yeah. What about you? Do you suffer the same challenge?
Yes, I sometimes suffer the same challenge, but we are planning to do something about it. And it will take us to the level 3. To take us to level 3,
and level 3 is what?
Ecosystem.
Ecosystem.
Yes.
So after ecosystem, which was the next level?
So that will actually be partnership. But I really wanted to explain the ecosystem to you.
Right.
Because for the ecosystem, now what we want to do is 10 years from now, Gold Coast Tokota is the mother company isn't a footwear brand.
Right.
It's actually a cattle farm business.
Right.
So 10 years from now, we will venture into cattle farming, whereby we produce our own leathers. We have the cattle, we will produce our own leathers, use some of the business, and also sell some. And we did a research about it in 2024. I was in Nairobi and I visited the biggest leather company in East Africa.
Right.
In Ghana, we use our leathers for Wele. In the eastern part of Africa, they don't.
Yeah, I like Wele.
Sorry.
I like, if you should put Wele right now and say, okay, so Comfort, between this Wele and slippers.
Which one do you want?
Which one do you want? I'll say, let me have my Wele now. That implies that when you went to that leather company, you saw that they were actually producing a lot of leather top end because they have the supply part. So then what
Yes.
you are talking about is actually backward integration.
Yes. So vertically, as a business, that's how we want to move. Then the fourth one will actually be partnership.
That'll be partnership.
Yes.
So why don't you do the partnership with, let's say, this company that you're talking about in East Kenya that are producing such top quality leather?
Logistically speaking, it will be very expensive.
Why?
Because after they're producing it and shipping it to Ghana, that would be very expensive. But if we had to set up the manufacturing plant in Ghana, start the farming, I think the cost, one way or the other, looking at the margins, it will be reduced.
Maybe
Yeah.
you may like to consider going back there and saying, what will it really take
Yes.
to partner with you? Because you're creating an ecosystem.
Yes.
So think about it. And the thing is, because I know that we don't yet have leather in town, it will make you, it will be a good starting place for you as well. I agree.
Yeah.
But till then, maybe you can make your guaranteed leather products by looking at the partnership. One of the things that I also have found out is that even though we have AFTA, there's a slight challenge with inter-country trade on the continent. So I know that there may be a challenge there.
I even have a story behind that.
Tell me.
I was coming from, that was in 2024. So I listened to a lot of podcasts, and because every day I want to learn.
Yeah.
And one podcast, the speaker was, if you can't leave your business for 90 days, you are not running a business.
That's true.
You are self-employed.
Yes.
So just like, Charlie, I'm picking up this challenge. I went to Dubai. So after Dubai, I was supposed to come for an exhibition in Nairobi. So I had my products with me. I took the products to Dubai. But when I was coming from Dubai and I got to Nairobi, they detained the products for 10 days.
For 10 days?
Yes. As at the time that I was leaving Nairobi, that's when they gave me the product. So I was just like, this after thing that they are saying, it's just on paper. In reality, it's not happening. I had my own share of it. I cried because I had a lot of supplies. I did a lot of marketing and advertisements in Nairobi, even to the extent that I even partnered with a logistics company, and they were using EV bikes.
Right.
We just wanted to do this in Nairobi. You are only a Ghanaian when you travel outside Ghana. When I was in Nairobi, they love everything about Ghana. Hey, Charlie, we like your shea butter. We like this. We like this. And I told them, well, Charlie, this is actually the footwear that Yes Antoine used. Vibes.
Okay, Yes Antoine slippers. You went to take the slippers and then got inspiration
from it.
Charlie, your vibes, you did. You did, pa.
They were very happy about it. But unfortunately, I couldn't enter Nairobi with my goods. They detained everything. After the time that I was leaving Nairobi, that's when they give them to me.
So what happened to those business opportunities? Did they come and say, okay, let's continue, even though the first consignment delayed, maybe we'll find ways around it?
Yes. So after that time, I even called the Ghanaian embassy in Nairobi. They tried their possible best, but it didn't go through. And I explained to the guys, and they were just like, okay, come on, it's business. Certain things are bound to happen. So how do we strategize so that we can just ship the goods from Accra to Nairobi again? When I came back to Ghana, we did the necessary logistics. We delivered it to them in Nairobi.
And that's how you entered into the Nairobi market or the Kenyan market.
The Kenyan
Beautiful.
market, yes.
So do you know the volumes that you are doing presently?
As in for Nairobi, for just now, or in general?
In general.
In general, every day we produce 20 pairs of footwear.
I'm very excited about what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm very excited about the opportunities that exist. If someone had told you when you were starting Gold Coast Tokota, let's say about 4 years before then, that you'd be in this position, employing people, exporting goods out of Ghana, what would you have told the person?
I'm surprised, but not really surprised.
I love that.
Just because of the places that I've been to. Right after graduating from school, I told myself, I want to work for people for 10 years.
So
I worked for people.
For 10 years?
And I'm still doing it. I graduated in 2017. So I'll be done in next year.
So where are you working?
Yes. And I was explain. So right after school, during national service, I did my national service in University of Ghana Business School.
Right.
I've always been the wildest guy. Me, I see opportunity there, no, me, I'm grabbing it. So way back in Kenya University, we had this fresh yogurt business called Icy Cup.
Okay.
I actually got people like as an investors who have invested in the business, but they wanted to come to Accra. And I chanced upon that opportunity. I was just like, come on, let me just grab it. So right from there, even during the time that I was doing my national service, I was the GM of Icy Cup. We had like 8 branches in Accra.
Right.
So I was really exposed to a lot of things.
Right. So that's why networking works for you, because you've seen the power
I've seen the power in it.
of networking.
Because when I was working for, should I say, my bosses, the narrative wasn't about money. I just wanted to see more. Because I've always been telling myself, I'll be a village boy with city dreams. I just want to see more. So just take me to places that I'll see more.
Right.
Because I've always been telling my workers that money is not the physical things that we see. Money is people. So if someone is to reach out to us, oh, good, I'll check the profile and be like, okay, let this person, no, we are not selling to this person. And my sales people be like, boss, this person, why are you not taking money? I'm just like, if this person is to post ads, it will be more than the money that we are charging the person.
Therefore, until we come your way again next time with an even more enthralling edition of the Springboard Hangout, know that you are loved. You are blessed. You are the most important person in the whole wide world. We love you. Bye.